Hello everyone, it's me and Ninja here. Today we're going to be ranking the Persona games right here. The Persona games. We have the mainlines and the spin-offs here. The ones that we will not be ranking are the Japanese ones of Revelations or Persona 2 Innocent Sin, because there's really no point. It's pretty much the same game except Persona 2 Innocent Sin, the original and the Japanese version, which we know why. So yeah, the only one we will make an exception for is Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, because apparently the creator of this tier list for some reason decided not to put the American cover on here for some reason, so we'll just use this Japanese one as I guess as a replacement, I guess. So yeah, we have different tier lists. We have godly, amazing, average, bad, and racist. I think we all know which game the racist tier goes for. Also, before we start this video, we have to say something that Persona fans cannot accept, that this is our opinion. So, if you disagree.
What? Opinions?
Yeah.
Oh? Those are real?
Yeah. Just remember, this is our opinion. If you think that Revelations is a great game, then hey, by all means, have your own opinion. But look, this is our opinion. We obviously have different beliefs than you do, so yeah. So first off, we're gonna start off with Revelations Persona. Do we really have to say, Ninja? Do we have to say?
I don't think so. But I'm assuming some people probably will. So
we know where this goes.
So Persona 1's just already bad in general, but let's be honest. It's crap. But the thing that makes it the worst Persona game, in my opinion, of all time, is that it's just kind of it's very racist. There's so much stereotypes in that game. It's if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up.
Yeah, just look it up on look it up yourself, because here's the thing. Okay, we're not talking about the PSP remake. We're mainly talking about the original Revelations Persona. The PSP remake, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, Revelations kind of took things a bit too far. Now, another reason why this game is extremely bad, we didn't call it just racist because of the dialogue. It's another version for bad, because here's the thing. Because obviously racism is bad. But another thing about Revelations Persona is that the localization was horrible. Because apparently, Atlas back then, they decided to revamp almost the entire game from the Japanese version. Pretty much, they decided to change one of the characters named Masao, they switched it to Mark. Nanjo, they switched it to Nate.
Yeah.
And
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Mark. Just the whole Mark thing. It feels stereotype.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, and the thing, something even worse about it is that they made Mark extremely stereotypical. Like I said, we're not gonna say much. Just look it up on your own. But yeah, Revelations Persona, in our opinion, is one of the worst Personas of all time. Not only when it came to obviously the racism, it was also the worst when it came to localization, and it was also the worst when it obviously came to gameplay. So yeah,
exactly. It's just a bad RPG.
Yeah.
It's not. I was about to say it's comparable to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, but nah, Chain of Memories is much more better compared to that garbage.
Now look, the only thing we'll give it credit for was starting the series, but other than that, it's still probably one of the worst Personas to ever play.
I'm surprised how that game started the series. It seems like it's always the bad games that starts the whole series.
Yeah. Alright, next up we got the PSP remake of Persona 1. So, this one was better when it, obviously when it came to like the localization, they actually fixed it and made it feel more like the Japanese version. They changed the music, which, this is an unpopular opinion most likely, but I prefer the music in the PSP remake than I did in Revelations. What did you think of the music, Ninja?
I think it was pretty. Yeah, I think I prefer the new versions of it instead of the classic one.
There's a certain song though on the 18th song. We're not gonna say it. Just look it up on your own. There's the name. We're not gonna say it. Just look it up. But pretty much. But when it came to Persona 1 in general, I mean, it was better. But like, it was. How do we say this, Ninja? It was good, but it was barely much better, though, if we can really say.
How would we say this?
So, should we just put it in average or bad?
I mean, it still has its problems and stuff. So I think it still should go bad. Honestly, it's still Persona 1. I think much better than that Persona 1, but
yeah,
it's still Persona 1.
It's still better than Revelations, but the main problem is that, like, we couldn't really, like, because here's the thing, with the PSP remake, barely really anything was changed. It's like Persona 2 Innocent Sin, and we will talk about Persona 2 Innocent Sin. But, like, here's the utmost bringing problem. It's that, like, the gameplay still just doesn't feel, like, good. This is probably because we're more of the people who started with Persona 3, 4, and 5. We didn't really start off with Persona 1 or 2. But, like, still, though, it's, like, the only thing that I really liked of Persona 1 was the music and I'm glad that they sort of changed the story and have it less, like, stereotypical and all that. But even then, it's still Persona 1, and it's something that, if you're, like, a new fan, you're not gonna really get into, so, yeah.
Yeah.
This game is obviously better than the original, but it still has its problems. So, yeah.
It's still Persona 1 at the end of the day.
Yeah. Actually, should we even rank, like, the original Innocent Sin or not?
Sure, let's rank all Persona games.
Okay, so if we're talking the Japanese version, I mean, I guess, where are we putting it? Like, average, I guess?
Oh, the Japanese version. Oh, I had not. Oh.
No, I was saying that there was the Japanese versions as well.
Yeah, let's not rank those.
Okay, but for like Innocent Sin, there was a bit of a major thing though, like the original. And we think, and everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, in the original Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Hitler was one of the bosses! Oh my god,
yes, the most iconic video game villains of all time, Hitler.
Yep. Yeah, for some reason in Persona 2 Innocent Sin, they decided to, like, make Hitler one of the bosses, and I don't know why, because Atlas was really pushing the limits back then. Oh my god, just why, out of all the characters to make a boss, they could have just made a boss up themselves, but they're like, nah, let's just choose Hitler. Which is extremely weird. Oh my god. Okay, so where should we place the original Innocent Sin at?
Original.
This is one where, like, Hitler is not censored.
I mean, it wasn't as offensive. Video games have Hitler in it. With Persona 1, it was just racist. With Persona 2, it just had Hitler. Most video games had it.
But the thing is that, like...
But overall, it was...
But here's the thing, though. In the original Innocent Sin, though, the main focus was the Nazis. So...
Yeah, but as I said, Once again,
So should
video
we...
games also deal with the Nazi. Other
Okay,
video games.
yeah, that is
at least
true.
deal
I mean,
with.
there is Wolfenstein. So, I mean, we don't really have a rank to place the original, so I guess we'll just put it in average.
I'll put it in good.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't really have a good, so all I have is godly, amazing, average, bad, and racist.
Oh, then average would count as good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... Alright, let me just, like, add that. Just average/good. Now, look, we're not placing it as good because of the Nazis and Hitler. We're placing it as good because when it really comes to the story, it's actually really nice.
Oh, no.
So,
Really
alright,
nice.
we're gonna move on to
The
the
difference
PS...
between Persona 2 and Persona 1... The difference between Persona and Persona 1 is... Persona 1 is just being racist for no reason.
like, it, like, Persona... Revelations
uses Nazis to
embrace
tell
the
a story.
racism.
Exactly.
Well...
in Persona 2, they were trying to at least tell a story with...
Yeah,
these
they're more...
big
It's
characters
more
like
of,
other
like,
video games.
telling... it's more telling more of, like, ideology when it came to Persona 2. It's not... It wasn't made to, like, be, like, offensive to, like... To be offensive to anyone. It was more just like an ideology. Like, for example, Wolfenstein. That game is always... All, like, the games are based on World War II, so... Yeah. So... We're just gonna place an average and good, but the thing is that we haven't really played the original, so should we just, like, take this off the tier list or something? Or not? Should we, like, take it off the tier list? Or
I'm assuming the original is just like the...
PSP
I'm
remake?
assuming the original is just like the... I'm assuming the original... Yeah, just like the PSP remake. So I guess we'll put it in the same area.
Alright, now the remake. So the only difference between Innocent Sin, like the original, and the remake is that Persona 2 Innocent Sin was like it was like mildly censored. They got rid of all the swastikas, and they sort of censored Hitler, but all they really did was give him shades and make him wear a coat. Now I haven't really
And changed his first... And changed his name pretty much to...
Yeah, they changed it to Viewer instead of...
They changed the H into something.
They changed his name from Hitler to just Viewer. So, yeah. I mean, when it came to the story, I mean, I must say, I did prefer the remake more than the original. I haven't really completed most of Persona 2 Innocent Sin, but, like, as of now, I haven't played the original, but maybe, who knows? We may make a future tier list, and this tier list may change, so who knows. But in my opinion, I think I'm probably the only one who's played Innocent Sin. I'm obviously the reason why we have the original bottom of the remake is that, like, it was like even though the stories are pretty much the same, the PSP remake had some, like, great songs. I mean, I know the original probably had some great songs too, but my god, the opening is just amazing. While the original, yes, I understand, like, it was like we shouldn't have expected like much like a full like rap song. But, like, I must say though, I also love this game for, like, the fact that this was around the time where Atlas actually gave a shit about Persona 1 and 2, so... yeah. Like I said, my knowledge is kind of dumb here, so we may do a future tier list, and we may redo all this, so, yeah. For right now, Persona, the remake is going in amazing, and while the original, we're just putting in average and good, while, like, we haven't really played it, so we're, like, really being neutral here, so... yeah, we can't really say it's bad or godly, it's just... we haven't played the original, so it's just... we're going neutral with it.
Yeah.
Alright, Eternal Punishment. We haven't played that one yet, so... actually, maybe I should just take off the original Innocent Sin, because we haven't played that one either, so... yeah.
Yeah. Let's just take off the ones that we haven't played, at least yet.
Yeah. Original Persona 3. I've really only played FES, but I mean, it's kind of the same game, so...
okay, I got an idea. So,
for FPS, we're gonna view it like it's just the answer, you know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
okay.
review the answer for FPS, and for the original, we're gonna review the original game. I think that'll work.
Yeah, just so it doesn't get too confusing. Okay, so when we're talking the original, I must say it's a god tier game, at least in my opinion. Where do you think, Ninja?
I think it's really, really good this time.
I'm gonna put in godly because this is the game where they sort of like transformed Persona in sort of to its own series. Because when you look at Persona 1 and 2, they were good, but they didn't give much impact.
Exactly. This game changed the whole Persona franchise.
Yeah, if it wasn't, because here's the thing, if it wasn't for Persona 3, then I feel like that Persona would still just be looked at as a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off, even though that's still sort of how it's looked at least when it comes to the SMT community. But like, this Persona 3 really changed the way how Persona was looked. It felt like it was now its own series. Even though that was sort of what Persona 5 did, because it doesn't have the Shin Megami Tensei name. Persona 3 still changed the way it was, like, it was meant to be treated. Because like, some ups to the game is that the story was amazing. The message to it was like lovely, because like it just shows you how that soon you're gonna die and you have to accept it, and you can't really run away from death, and you have to pretty much experience it. Another thing was that the cast was amazing, because like just all the characters had like their own charm to it, even though you can say that's like every other Persona game with like characters. Persona 3 just felt like it made you love the characters a lot more throughout the time progressed. Yukari just went from like being like a bit nervous towards you to actually like loving you as the protagonist. And Mitsuru was Mitsuru was another amazing character, and no, don't get me wrong, sometimes when she does the French thing it gets like really annoying, but like Mitsuru was like, she pretty much was like, how do we say this? Mitsuru was just a really helpful character. Junpei was automatically funny. Akihiko was like the coolest. Like Akihiko's that one friend that will always just have your back for you. Fuka was just like just calm and chill. She was just like that chill friend. Ken in my opinion is just extremely underrated, and Koromaru just was like Koromaru proved that just because you're just a regular dog doesn't mean that that a dog does not have a personality, like when it comes to video games. Because when you look at characters like Teddy, when you look at characters like Teddy and Morgana, they may be cool, but like but when you're really trying to see as like having it be realistic and just using a regular dog, it just makes it seem a lot cooler than just having a talking bear or a talking cat. And it just makes it have like the dog just like having just a regular dog that doesn't even like speak English or Japanese or anything like that. It's just the dog just knows what it's doing. So yeah. Also, the soundtrack in Persona 3 was just amazing. It just, like, almost every single song was amazing in Persona 3. When we're just talking about, like, oh god, just regular Persona 3. We're not talking about the answer just yet, but we will get to that eventually. But yeah, Persona 3, like, if we just have to say it, like, just finish it off, Persona 3 was a game that was needed, and pretty much it was needed for the series, and it successfully did its job and transformed the series into sort of its own thing. So
I completely agree. So yeah. I think it should be godly.
Yeah. All right, Persona 3
Now,
FPS. The answer.
All right, let me. All right, so when you think of the, so when you, so when Persona 3 came out with after, I cannot talk. I'm sorry.
All good.
So Persona 3, for some odd reason, got another game that pretty much excludes to the story. It makes sense. It would probably end up being a DLC, but DLC weren't a thing back then. So
Yeah,
it
this was PS2. There was no such thing as DLC.
yeah. So think of the answer kind of like a extra DLC pack.
Yeah.
So we think of the answer like, oh, if the original Persona 3 game was really great, I wonder how the answer improved on the story and made it so much better.
Well,
Yeah, guess what? Guess what in the comments? It didn't.
it was
It made
so
it suck dick.
horrible. It was so horrible. Like, oh my god. So what the answer did was that pretty much instead of playing as Makoto, because some tragic event happened. I'm not gonna spoil on what happened, but something tragic happened. And now, instead of playing as Makoto, you play as Aigis, which is one of the characters from the original Persona 3 story. And in this game, there is something called the Abyss of Time, and it was absolutely horrible. So what the Abyss of Time did was that it kept like, okay, how do I say it? Pretty much, it kept the same day looping, if we can just say it like that. Pretty much, it was March 31st every single day until you stopped the Abyss of Time. And it was absolutely... It was horrible. And...
I also feel like it ruined a lot of the characters, honestly.
Yeah, and this was the game where Yukari kind of lost her reputation because of how they had her act in the answer.
They just fucked her up.
Yeah,
really
pretty
bad.
much. Alice pretty much pulled the plug and just made Yukari more of a hateable character than a lovable character. Because here's the thing: when you're playing the original, you may say, "Oh my God, I love Yukari. She's so kind. She can be silly sometimes, but my God, she's so lovely." But then when you play the answer, she pretty much turns into a real bitch.
Like, at the end of the day, Yukari has her moments, you know.
Yeah, she has her moments.
At the end of the day, they care for each other.
Yeah.
She cares for you. She cares for the team. She's really a valuable party member. I really like Yukari, but the answer, ooh boy,
that's where
they're like, what? Character development? Nah, that's never happened. Throw that out the window. Classic Atlas.
So pretty much this was, and another horrible thing about the answer was that there was no more compendia, meaning that if you had any like registered personas, or if you pretty much had any registered personas, from the original game, the compendium was that it was like a request, you could do requests and you could register your personas, and you can buy personas from Elizabeth so you can get them back for like a fusion or something like that. But in the answer, you couldn't do that, because another key feature of Persona 3 that they removed in the answer was social links. Pretty much you couldn't do any social links, and social links are really important because those are the things that get your persona to get even stronger. Like, the higher you rank up your persona, the higher level, the higher EXP and the higher level your persona will get.
They also introduced this new character. I completely forgot.
Yeah, Metis.
It's funny.
Yeah, Metis.
She's completely irrelevant now to the Persona series.
Metis is like the most forgettable character from the answer. Or the most forgettable character in general, because anytime I'm like on like a Persona like Reddit or like Persona Discord or like anything on the internet Persona related, no one really talks about Metis. She's more seen as like an afterthought.
Like, there's some forgettable characters in Persona, in the Persona franchise, but I feel like she takes the cake, or be absolutely forgettable. Like, if you think the Persona, no hate to the Persona Q2 or Persona Q characters, but I feel like they're kind of forgettable. Yeah. In a way too, but not as forgettable.
But they're not as forgettable as Metis was, because like Metis, the only time you'll remember Metis is if someone brings up the answer. And
exactly.
Even that's really about
it. Remember her.
So if we're gonna have to put, if we have to put somewhere when it comes to the answer, it's just bad. It's bad. Okay, don't get me wrong. The soundtrack was fire. Like the Mass Destruction FES, March 31st, Brand New Days, the beginning, and the credits for the credits song for the answer are just absolutely amazing. But like other than the soundtrack being nice, the answer was such a letdown because it had so much potential.
A big letdown. It made something great, something just so terrible.
Yeah.
It messed it up so bad, and I'm like, I feel like extra bonus game content should make the game better. Okay, not better, but like just make the game that you make it
Yeah, pretty much. Just it could have been it could have been way more, but then they kind of just screwed
extra
it.
Content should add more stuff. It should make the original game feel like it was missing out on this.
Yeah, but all it did was have the
did the opposite.
All it did was have the original game feel like it was already enough.
Exactly.
Now obviously in America, the FES or FES, whatever, FES had also the Journey, which was the name of the original story, but we're more counting that based off the vanilla Persona 3. We're counting the answer towards more FES, and FES was pretty much a disappointment when it came to this, because like I said, there was no compendium, no social links. And also the bad side to having no compendium is that if you want an old Persona, well, you're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to go back to fusing.
Like, seriously, come on.
Yeah, so to end it straight, FES was pretty much FES had the potential, but ended up being horrible.
Shit.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there were some parts that made me cry when watching videos on the answer, but other than that, it was horrible in gameplay.
That's shit.
And another thing is that you couldn't choose what difficulty you want. That was another downside. You pretty much had to play like on hard difficulty, which makes it worse because. And here's another thing: it makes it worse because Persona 3 is already a pretty hard game. And just having the answer be extra hard makes you want to stop playing Persona 3 in general. So yeah, Persona 3 FES is pretty much a bad. It's a bad story.
How the Aigis characters handled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, to end it off straight, Persona 3 FES was horrible. It had the potential, but ended up failing to reach its potential.
Failed miserably. Put it in bad tier.
Yeah, it's in bad. All right. Persona 3 Portable. Right. Okay, Portable is an interesting one. Because there isn't... I
think Portable...
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Portable is good, honestly.
It's amazing.
Not too good, but like...
It's okay, so it's average really / good? Average / good?
I think it should be put in good, but...
So do you want it to be good or amazing?
No. Wait, what's I think it should be amazing.
Okay, yeah. Because here's the thing. Now, people always tend to say that Portable is the best version of Persona 3 or like the definitive version. Yes, but here's the thing though.
And it's somewhat true because it picks a lot of problems up.
Yeah, it does fix a lot of
Whichever
problems, but let's look at it this way though. Persona 3 Portable was obviously made for the PSP, and it's obviously coming to Xbox, PlayStation 4, PC, and Switch. Now, not saying that that's horrible, because honestly, I love that Persona 3 in general, because as long as we're getting Persona 3, I'm fine with it. But when we're looking at it this way, Persona 3 Portable, all it really did was that it pretty much had the same. It was pretty much the only thing that was different. Okay. Was that you were able to do you can now control your party again. Now that meaning that you don't have to have Mitsuru just spam Marin Karin all the time. You could also, we got a female protagonist, also known as FemC.
Which I hate.
Yeah, Ninja hates FemC.
I hate FemC. I'm gonna be honest.
All right, but
Say what you want. I hate her.
For me, obviously, I don't hate FemC, though she isn't really too different to Makoto though. Because the only thing that was different when it came to FemC's route was that there was different social links. You were this time dating boys instead of, and obviously not girls.
Yeah.
There was bad.
So here's the good thing about FemC.
Yeah.
Though.
Go ahead.
The good thing about FemC is, in the original Persona game, you cannot socially with male party members, and I have no idea why it was like that. It was like you must either talk to these random classmate losers or your female teammates. And it's like, I want to talk to the boys. I want to talk to Akihiko. And that's kind of the problem. Like, it's like, how am I supposed to? There's a character in the game, which there's a character in the game that dies early. I'm not gonna say its name, but the problem is, I can't really feel love towards that character if I'm not able to do it there socially. So I can't really feel emotional when they die. I will be sad, but I won't be as sad because I'm not too emotionally attached to the character because, well, they did give us like a whole social link about.
Yeah.
But luckily, FemC fixed that, so.
Yeah, another thing that.
Because.
Okay, go ahead.
That's it.
Okay. Another thing that. Okay, we'll talk about that in like when we get to 4. But only thing that FemC really brought was that you could talk to boys now instead of like girls. Well, yeah. You could talk to boys instead of girls. But for some reason though, something pretty horrible is that you could really start a social link with Yukari, meaning you could also talk to girls, but like when it came to Makoto, you couldn't really do that. So yeah, that's what FemC really brought. But other than that, I mean, FemC pretty much has the same story, though I will say playing FemC is a lot better than playing The Answer, though. Like, by far. So, Portable, though, I will say that it is a really good way to play Persona, but like, if you're wanting to play it on home consoles, you should just play FES or obviously the original. I mean, FES has both the Journey and The Answer, so you could just play that. Well, just don't play The Answer. But all that Portable really brought was just a female protagonist to replace The Answer. The only reason why they didn't bring The Answer to 3 Portable was due to the limited disc size, and I'm glad they did not bring The Answer to Portable. So yeah, all I have to really say is that Portable is amazing, but I don't think it can really touch Persona 3 or nor FES. So yeah. Do you have anything else to say, Ninja? Ninja? Okay, for some reason, like, Ninja just, like, pissed out for some reason. Okay, you're a bit quiet, dude.
my mic was not working for some odd reason.
Okay.
Anyways, all I have to say, it's very good for a portable game.
Yeah, it's
Because you can play.
it's
anywhere.
a good game
But-
when it comes to like portability. But like if you're playing on a home console, it really doesn't make much sense because like you're playing
Yeah.
a portable game on a home console. Like the only thing I can actually imagine is the Switch playing through portable, which obviously is going to come to Switch. But like when it comes to like Xbox and PlayStation, PC players can already play 3 portable on an emulator. But like,
Yeah.
but when it comes to like Xbox and PlayStation, I don't think they really need portable. But like most likely the only reason why they chose portable out of FES and portable is because of the coding in
Also,
FES. So yeah.
also, it's very downgraded.
Yeah.
So don't expect something like crazy animations or like voice acting. It has really no anime cutscenes.
Yeah, there's no
and stuff,
animated
so it's
cutscenes.
pretty
This is
downgrade.
nor can you really like walk around in like the hub world. You can walk around like in Tartarus, like when you're in like the dungeon, but that's like the only time you'll really be able to walk. Like the rest of 3 portable, it's more point and click visual novel. So yeah.
If I prefer a portable is not bad. If you don't have PlayStation 2
Or a
and you have,
PS3,
you know, or
if you don't have
portable
a
console,
here's the thing: if you don't have like a PS2 or PS3, portable will definitely be for you. But like but like if you have them, just play at FES. I do agree that 3 portable did change a lot from regular 3 and FES, but like even then though, like if you're gonna play the like a home console version, you're gonna want to play the originals. But other than that, portable is amazing. Though when it comes to people saying the definitive version, I can't really agree too much. I mean, you can have your opinion whichever version you like, but like in my opinion, at least the PS2 versions are still the top ones over portable. All right, we're gonna leave the dancing games for later because like I feel like we should just do like the regular game. Like okay, if we're gonna talk about dancing games, we're gonna talk about 4 dancing, but we'll get to that when we get to 4 dancing. So regular Persona 4. Where are we putting this?
I'll put it with portable, honestly.
Yeah.
It's good, but I'll talk about later when we get to Golden, but it's good, but I feel like it's missing some stuff.
Yeah, which obviously that's what Golden was, a definitive version of original 4, but like
Yeah.
even then, but
I feel like when I seeing Golden, I just felt like the ending. I just felt like it's missing something. It's a good game, but I definitely recommend play Golden because I feel like it won't be missing something.
yeah.
Because with that version, it feels like the final boss. It feels like you're generally just missing something.
Yeah. Also, and soundtrack, I forgot to also bring this up with 3 portable, but soundtrack for both 3 portable and 4 are, oh my god, I think these are like the 2 games that have the best soundtrack.
I definitely agree.
Both like, now 3FES, I really only liked a few songs on there, but like when it came to regular 3 portable with FEMC's music and 4, they were freaking god tier.
Exactly.
The story was obviously great. It's pretty much 4 Golden story, but it's just with less content, pretty much. But like,
Pretty much.
but other than that, Persona 4 is an amazing game. But obviously there's a definitive version, and that is 4 Golden. And 4 Golden, should we just put it in God tier?
I think it deserves God tier, honestly. 4 Golden fixes my problems with Persona 4, the vanilla version. The ending feels like the extra content feels like they actually put something. Because as I said, in Persona 4, it just feels like you're missing something.
Yeah.
Something's not right about the game. But with 4 Golden, it's just like can't recommend. I can definitely recommend Golden before the original version. Which I do want to play the original version one day. Definitely do, but this Gold is much more better.
Yeah.
Also, it came out on the Vita, so that's
It came out on the Vita, then it came to PC, and then now it's finally coming to all consoles. So that's like
I wish it stayed on the Vita.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know. I love the Vita. They're underrated. But that's already a W.
Yeah, and also another thing that I like about 4 Golden is that it added like some bonus like songs in there, like "Time to Make History," and yeah, like songs like "Time to Make History" and like I don't even remember most of the songs because I feel like most of them were just from a regular Persona 4. I mean, most of the tracks were from regular Persona 4. Oh yeah, also Shadow World. I have to say this. Shadow World is probably my favorite opening, honestly.
Exactly.
Like Shadow World freaking hits though. Like not only the song, but I just like how the characters are all just dancing.
It's very. Oh, one thing I do have to recommend about Persona is if you play Persona 3 first and play Persona or Golden, or like it's the other way around. So like if you play Persona 4 Golden first and play Persona 3, first of all, if you play I cannot talk. I'm so sorry today. If you play 3 first and you play Golden, well, it's much more lighter. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's much more
not
lighter.
As dark.
Yeah, the only thing that's
More
really
jokey, more fun.
Yeah, it's more joke-like and more fun, unlike 3, because 3 is more dark and depressing. Because, like, obviously, because you're pretty much going up against death, so. And the only thing that's really dark about 4 Golden is just the murder mysteries, and 4 that being both in regular 4 and 4 Golden, so.
4 Golden, although most of the time it's more jokey, sometimes it takes itself too serious. It does have a serious side.
Yeah, there's a certain ending where it'll make you like want to cry so hard, and I'm not gonna say what happens because I obviously don't want people fucking barking at me for spoilers, but there's like some certain endings where it'll actually make you cry.
It made me cry, definitely.
Yeah, even though I never got to that ending because I obviously used the guide to make sure I didn't get the bad ending. If I were the ones to not actually use the guide, I'd actually cry hard. Because 4 Golden, like when you look, it's more cheerful, but like around the end. But that doesn't mean that like endings will always be great though. This is not just a thing when it comes to Persona 4 and 3. It's mainly all the Persona games.
4 Golden just gives you that feeling after finishing, which I got that feeling with. It just gives you that feeling like you're just happiness.
Yeah, Persona 3, like when you finish Persona 3, it makes you feel all sad and depressed. While 4 Gold, and also like the cast was, I have to say, Persona 4 probably has the best cast of all time. Because like even though I loved Makoto, Mitsuru, Akihiko, Yukari, Junpei, Fuka, the Persona 4 cast just made them it makes you feel like you're comfortable. Like it's like you're seeing the Persona 4 cast as like your real life friends. Well, not really just Persona 4, like the Persona cast, like the Persona cast in like any of the games. You're making them they're like you almost like your real life friends because you just love them a lot.
Exactly.
And I really had to just thank 4 Golden and 3 because like they're just extremely like, it makes the cast feel like they're there for you. and you wish that you had friends like them in the real world.
Exactly.
So
Arakami is a really great protagonist.
yeah.
I feel the problem that I have with the protagonists is they sometimes feel like they don't have personality.
Yeah.
With the spin-off games in the anime, they gave him a decently good personality.
But
I
like,
wish I could say that's for somewhat about. I like Makoto. I think he has also a good personality. Sadly, the anime with Joker in it was just not good.
yeah, the Persona
So
5 animation wasn't good, but we're not here to talk about the anime though. We're talking about the games here.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 Golden is pretty much like on Persona 3 level when it comes to like okay, I don't know if I should say that because like Persona 3 is my favorite, but Persona 4 Golden is like a really top competitor with Persona 3.
Really good.
Alright, now we're gonna move on to the Persona 4 Arena game. So we're gonna be so the original, I mean, it was good. I mean,
It's good, but the problem is Ultimax is just
it's much better.
guess
Now,
we could talk about-
obviously, we have to expect that because this is just a regular game.
it definitely feels like it was missing something. It kind of felt like the story kind of feels unfinished. It feels like it needs some more.
Yeah, and obviously that's how like 4 Arena Ultimax came in. But like when we're talking about like the game in
Personally,
general,
I kind of wish
I kind of wish that it didn't
Arena
really.
just start off as Ultimax instead of just going to Arena and becoming Ultimax, because it would just been much more better. But
Yeah,
hey,
I think it's a good game, cause like, I mean, it's still all your favorite Persona 4 characters, but like, but even then though, like the only thing that I mean, obviously Ultimax was the definitive version of 4 Arena, but like, even then though, they could have added like a little bit of more content, or just made 4 Arena Ultimax just a regular game instead of just like the first game and not having to make like a sequel to it. Also, 4 Arena also kind of came out at a bad time because around the same year 4 Golden came out, and obviously you didn't get like all the fun stuff pretty much. Now look, we're not trying to be like really critical when it comes to these games. Obviously, before all you virgins in the comments go, well yeah, that's what Ultimax was for. Oh, that was for what FES or Portable was for. Look, we're not trying to underestimate these games too much, but like we're like really being honest here. Like at the time when playing this, it was actually really fun. And we thought it was perfect. Some of us probably thought that these games were perfect as they were, but then when a definitive version comes out, we say, oh my god, this is way better. But look, we're not trying to be critical of these games. We're just saying what we think of them now. So, yeah. So for 4 Arena, it's good, but like the story mode,
I think it's
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think it goes in the average.
It's good and average, but like it's not the best, really. Now
Let's talk about
4 Arena Ultimax is obviously much better because obviously it's a definitive version. So should we put it in amazing?
I think it should be amazing. It fixes a lot of problems. The first game, it's just really fun.
Yeah, 4 Arena Ultimax, obviously, the main difference is that we got another storyline. That being like the 4 Arena Ultimax storyline, which is separate. It also has the 4 Arena story mode, but let's be real honest here. When it came to the 4 Arena story mode, it was really boring in my opinion. It's like,
Yeah. The gameplay is really fun.
The gameplay is fun.
Combos, just
I mean, the gameplay is extremely similar to 4 Arena, but even then, though, this game had obviously a lot more characters.
More new characters.
Some characters
more
that
things you do. There's the shadow versions.
Yeah, we got shadow versions. I don't know if they have shadow versions in 4 Arena. I need to go back and check, but like but like when it came to Arena Ultimax, they pretty much knew how to make they sort of fixed storylines in 4 Arena Ultimax. But like when it came to a regular 4 Arena story, it was like at first you like get invested, but then you just get bored of it and only just complete it just to like complete to finish off the entire storyline. Because like obviously because for some reason 4 Arena has this thing where it leaves you on a cliffhanger, and that makes you choose another character that you unlocked just to continue on the storyline, and makes it. But then after a while, it just gets boring, and then you only just do it just to complete the storyline, obviously. But for Arena Ultimax, it had some new characters like Sho Minazuki. There was Junpei. There was Ken, Yukari. I'm trying to remember who else. Was Elizabeth? I don't even remember. Was Elizabeth in the original 4 Arena?
There. Margaret, Maria, Dachi.
Well, I mean, I don't even remember the original 4 Arena original playable characters. I know most of the 4 Arena characters were in. I know Labris was also in, and then then Akihiko, Mitsuru, and Aigis were in the original, but for 4 Arena Ultimax, they like pretty much amped it up when it came to characters. And I'm hoping like soon we get like a Persona 5 Arena.
I really hope that.
Yeah.
So I want to see that next year.
So yeah, 4 Arena Ultimax is amazing, and it fixes pretty much everything with the original 4 Arena. Alright, Persona Q. I haven't played this game much, so I'll just let Ninja describe it for you.
Persona Q is good. I know, first of all, the style of the game is amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite Persona styles of any game. It's really good. It's pretty fun, but it can be really boring and repetitive sometimes. Seeing the other characters interact with each other is really fun and entertaining, and I think the story is pretty good, but it definitely has its problems and flaws. I think it should go in amazing. Well, not amazing, but good game.
Yeah. All right. Also, the soundtrack. Also, the opening and the soundtrack.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Very good.
All right, now we're at the dancing games. Okay. So, we're going to first start off with 4 Dancing, because that's what started it. 4 Dancing, I must say it's amazing, because it was sort of like a new experience. Like, because this one, we had an actual story mode that is canon to both 4 and 4 Golden. And it was an amazing story mode. I still haven't completed it yet, but at least from what I've heard of, the story mode is absolutely like good. It's like amazing, and it's actually canon to the games. So that's a great part to it. Also, the remixes were just amazing as well. And it was go ahead.
Persona 4 Dancing is pretty good. It has great charting, first of all. It's pretty fun. Option I wish it had was auto scratch. I'm not good at scratches, but that's more of just a skill.
I think you can unlock it, but you have to. But there's like certain objectives you have to do, which I do sort of hate about the dancing games. Is like you have to complete certain objections in order for you to get the unlock all the settings.
Great chaser.
Yeah.
Also, it has Hatsune Miku, so like, can't get any better.
Yeah. So, 4 Dancing, in my opinion, it's amazing because it was like a novelty of what the dancing games would be like, and Atlas killed it with 4 Dancing All Night. And also, like the remixes, like the Backside of the TV Lotus Juice remix, pretty much improved like the original remixes the most. And also the full version, like the full song of Time to Make History Real, was also amazing. Specialist was obviously it's special. Okay,
Really good.
Specialist is the reincarnation version, just fucking amazing. It's pretty much the meme that started I don't even, what am I even saying at this point? But pretty much, the Specialist reincarnation is the song that pretty much started the whole Yu Narukami dancing meme. And I'm so glad that meme has existed.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
So to clear it all off, 4 Dancing is amazing and also had an amazing opening as well. It had a golden opening, no pun intended. but yeah, 4 Dancing was amazing for its novelty and the songs and just pretty much the amazing soundtrack and the remixes that it brought. Now we move on to 3 and 5 Dancing. They're kind of okay. I'm a Persona 3 fan. I really love the remixes in this one, but they're really bottom tier to 4 Dancing. So
Also, the charting is just
the charting is horrible. Now here's
Really
the thing:
bad.
we're actually.
I thought FNF charting was bad.
Now here's the thing: we're actually ranking these games like on how good they are and not marketing. Yeah, we're talking to you, Gnarly, the one who put it in F tier because of the marketing, motherfucker. This was because okay, look, Gnarly, we're not trying to call you out for your opinion because it's obviously your opinion. We're not gonna call you like an SMT elitist or anything like that. But Gnarly, you don't rank the games based off of marketing. You rank the games on how good they were.
The charting was shit though. It's very overcharted.
Yeah.
So
Also, the games didn't. Also, when it came to 3 and 5 Dancing, these games did not sell well. Which I'm kind of disappointed. Which
I'm pretty sure there's the worst.
I think they're like
The funny thing is,
Go ahead. Good.
I'm pretty sure the funny thing is these are the worst selling Atlas games.
Yeah, I think they are.
These are the worst.
And I feel so bad because I mean, at least when it came to 3 Dancing, I really loved the remixes on that one.
It's funny because I thought Persona Q2 sold bad to the point that it didn't even get a English version. Nah.
Yeah, but freaking the dancing games got worse reputation.
Exactly.
So
they're not even that bad.
They weren't even bad. It's just that the way they were now, like Gnarly said, they were marketed bad. I will say, but we're not ranking this game on like its marketing. We're mainly talking about like how good the game was. So 3 Dancing was like it was good, but like it does not top 4 Dancing at all. Now when it came to 5 Dancing, I really didn't like the remixes in my opinion. I'm gonna put it on the same level as 3 Dancing because pretty much these games are pretty much they're pretty much the same game. Just one has five characters and 5 song remixes, while 3 is obviously 3 Persona 3 characters and 3 song and the Persona 3 OST remixes.
Exactly.
So I will say I do agree with Gnarly saying that the marketing of this was horrible. The things I must say that they shouldn't have done when releasing both 3 Dancing and 5 Dancing was that they should have not made it to where you could only get 4 Dancing if you bought the Endless Night collection for both 3 and 5 Dancing.
Yeah, that was
very
horrible.
stupid. Because here's the thing. Let's say you're
Vita, it's just it feels weird for me.
Because here's the thing. Let's say you're not really much of a Persona 3 guy. You only really like 4 and 5. Now, this is obviously, but when we're talking like on PS4 here. If you wanted, let's say, I only want to play 4 Dancing and 5 Dancing. I'm not a big 3 guy. Okay, that's cool. But Atlas made it to where if you wanted to play 4 Dancing, if you had to buy both 3 dancing and 5 dancing in the Endless Night bundle in order to play 4 dancing, and that was just extremely horrible. Because in Japan you could buy 4 dancing separately, and that was that just made the West look like we were just greedy for money. And obviously, and Gnarly also made another good point, saying that these were more of just like cash grabs for a certain fandom within Persona. I do have to agree on that. But like,
it's working for me. Actually, it's not working.
Yeah,
it's not working.
But like, the only
I read these games for the library.
Yeah, but like when Gnarly put these games at like F tier because just only for their marketing is kind of unfair, since the way you rank games is on how good they were, not really on how they were marketed. Because if you're gonna rank Persona 3 on its marketing, that should go in shit tier 2 because it was barely that marketed much. Actually, you could say the same thing for pretty much most Persona games, because most of them weren't even marketed right. Except for like 5 and 5 Royal. Those were like the only games that were pretty much marketed the right way. So
yeah, I guess we'll put both of these games in good tier.
We're gonna put 3 dancing and 5 dancing in average / good, because the games weren't horrible, but like Gnarly said, the marketing was horrible, and also the remixes, and
they're big downgrade.
And another downgrade of 3 dancing and 5 dancing is that they don't get a story mode like 4 dancing. They pretty much have like social events / social links thing, and even then
I like those. I really do.
Yeah, I like them too. It's just that it doesn't top a story mode though, if we're being real honest here. So yeah, that's really all we have to say. 3 and 5 dancing are great novelties, but like it's real. But I do hate how overpriced they made it. Like, I think like on the PlayStation Store, it's like $54 for the Endless Night collection, and like both. And if you buy both 3 dancing and 5 dancing separately, they're like $30. So I don't think you should buy these games for like the full price they're at. Just like wait for a sale or play the demo. So yeah, just to end it like just straight up, 3 and 5 dancing are amazing, are good games, but they really lack in content. Especially because half of the content that you want are in DLC. Now we're gonna move on to Persona 5. Okay, so this is the most controversial one.
I'm gonna start. This is a really unpopular opinion. I love Persona 5. I love Persona 5 Royal more. It's my favorite game all the time.
So should we put 5 in amazing
this was
or
the game
good?
that introduced me.
Yeah.
I'll put in. Honestly, I'll put godly.
Godly? Are you sure? Because I don't think this game can top up 5 Royal.
Yeah, I feel like it's in the middle between godly
and amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna put in amazing because I must say this. 5 was a game that pretty much populated the series. Because when you're looking at both Persona 3 and 5, obviously the only thing that Persona 3 really did was move the series away from Shin Megami Tensei, while 5 really made the series extremely popular.
I really love 5.
Yeah,
call me biased, but like I just it does have its problems with Royal graphics though, like the level design sometimes, and how sometimes the game can feel a little bit boring.
yeah.
And some of the social links problems. 5 has problems. But like original 5 has problems, but it's still really good. It would be between godly and amazing. for the
I mean,
video, we're gonna put it.
yeah, because
Now Royal.
Royal here. This is God
It's one of my
tier.
favorites.
God tier. I don't care what anyone says. For all you freaking
Alright, you can't like Persona 5 Royal. Grrr. That's the worst game ever. Worst. Bad game.
Okay, look. You may be calling us you could be calling us like fake fans just because we have 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4 golden and 5 royal all at God tier, not Persona 2 or 1. But here's the thing. I haven't completed. But like I said, this is us currently. Who knows? Like I said, our opinions could change on these games, and who knows? We may like Persona 2 more than Persona 5 Royal. But like I said, this is us currently. But here's the thing: 5 Royal pretty much just. We could also say this to regular 5, but pretty much 5 Royal pretty much just improved a lot from original 5. Not only just the addition of like people like Kasumi, they also pretty much like made the gameplay on like in 5 and also
Really
5
fun.
Royal. They made it so much better.
The thing about 5 is every time made me just feel happy. It made me feel at peace. I know someone's gonna be like, that's a little dramatic, buddy. I don't care. It just made me happy. It just made me forget about life real quick. It just made me really happy about playing this. It's so fun. I love all the characters. Okay, not all of them. There's some characters that I don't like, and characters that I really, really hate.
Yeah.
Still so good. I love the
I
villains.
must say, the thing I really love about 5 Royal is just how much they improved from, like, original 5. Like, I remember playing
Exactly.
original 5, and I did love it, but then when I played 5 Royal, it just changed my opinion. Because I used to think, okay, you guys can call me out here, I used to think 5 was extremely overrated. And the reason why I said that is just because I was like, oh my god, people are always saying that 5 is the best one and 5 is the game changer here. But then when I started playing, when I got more in depth with 5 and why people love it, I was
You
like,
can understand why.
I was like, man, I now understand why people love this game so much. Just the gameplay is just amazing. The gameplay is amazing. The story is just great. The cast was pretty much almost perfect. And
Royal has also one of the best antagonists in the game of all time. The antagonist in that game is one of my favorite antagonists of all times.
yeah.
Like, no video game, no movie, no character in fiction can top that antagonist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the whole characters in the game.
The only time when I
fixed a lot.
Yeah, the only time I really have problems when people like loving 5 is when they say that Joker is like the strongest protagonist. When we'll talk about that in another video. Don't worry, we'll talk about who's actually the best protagonist out of like all the Persona character, like all the ones from the
Joker.
Persona games.
Joker is definitely my favorite protagonist, though. Although they kind of messed him up in anime, I still just, I don't know.
I love Joker as well. I feel like he's probably my second favorite protagonist, behind Makoto. But obviously, this is just because I'm Persona 3 is like my favorite Persona of all time. So yeah, you could call me
Persona 5
biased, but
Royal.
I just love Makoto a lot more because of how much he just doesn't give a shit. All right, yeah. All right.
Also, the level design,
Yeah.
gameplay, just I have so much good things to talk about. The music, I love it. So much good things. The graphics, love it too.
Yeah,
10 out of 10 in my
They
eye.
pretty much improved from 5 Royal pretty much improved the graphics from 5, and they just made it so much better. All right,
It's just
But though I must say this though, I think the thing I don't like about 5 Royal is the DLC personas.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Kinda
wrong,
breaks the
it
game, but
will really
The
help
thing
against...
is, it's optional.
Yeah, I know it's optional, but even then, if you're one of the cheaters... Yeah, okay, you know what, I'll admit it. I'm the one who's used... I'm kind of one of the ones who use the DLC personas. But, like, here's the
I
thing.
use it at the end of the game, but even then, I mostly use this for, like, mementos
Yeah,
stuff.
I...
Play around.
The thing I
They use them for actual boss fights.
the only...
Simple events.
The one that I really needed, like, the one of the DLC personas for was the 5th Palace. I'm not gonna say the boss, but like the 5th Palace, like let's just say like they pretty much put the 5th boss like in the 5th Palace just on steroids in 5 Royal, and I do think that's what the DLC persona is needed for. But other than that, 5 Royal is like pretty easy. Unlike Persona 3, which is like Persona 3 is like extremely hard, while in 5 Royal and 4 Golden they're pretty much like easy games to like beat and all that. Also, something I forgot to say about 4 Golden is that they actually improved the social links more, unlike in 3, because the thing is that in 4 Golden you have the option to either date a girl or if you don't want to date a girl, while in 3 you're automatically selected to date a girl.
Before you say why is that so annoying, it's because sometimes there's a thing called the game called
broken
social link can break. When a social link break, that means you can't really do it anymore. That means if you're trying to go for 100% run and your social link breaks, that means, well, delete your save file, say goodbye.
Say goodbye!
You lost 100% run.
Luckily, none of my social links broke when doing my run of Persona 3. But yeah, 4 Golden definitely improved when it came to social links than on 3, because like on 4 Golden, they gave you the option whether if you were interested in dating the girl or not. And obviously it's up to you whether if you want to date multiple girls or you don't. But like in 3, when you were in a social link with a girl, you automatically date her. Can't even be just like close friends. You have to date them. It's like required by law.
Date that girl, man. You gotta smooch her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so moving on from 4 Golden, Persona, and regular Persona 3 and 5 Royal, we have 2 games left. And that is being Persona Q2 and Persona 5 Strikers. So let's start off with Q2. So yeah, a lot of people prefer Q2 over Q, but I haven't played Q2, so I guess I can let you explain it, Ninja. Ninja? Ninja.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't.
Okay. So we're on Q2 and 5 Strikers now, so let's talk about Q2 first. So if you want to explain them, because I haven't played Q2. So yeah. Okay, something's going.
Sorry, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is just terrible recording. What did you say?
We're now on 2 games left. That's Persona Q2 and Persona 5 Strikers. We're gonna talk about Q2 first.
Alright.
So I know
Q2 is a big improvement.
Yeah, it's a big improvement, though there is some downsides to it, though.
It still has the original game's flaws, but it's definitely much more better.
Yeah.
I'd put it in amazing.
Okay. I must say this, though, the thing I just don't like is that Q2 is not dubbed.
Exactly.
Now look,
it doesn't take away my points for the game, but like,
Yeah.
it kind of annoys me.
because, okay, it's not like we're saying that the Japanese voices ruin it, because they're JRPGs. They're obviously gonna talk in Japanese, but But like with this game, there was like no option whether if you wanted Japanese voices or English voices. It was automatic, just Japanese voices. And you guys can have your preference. I really prefer the English voices because like it actually like suits because when I don't know why, it's just when I play when I've been the amount of times I've played these Persona games, I always just stuck with the English voices. I don't know why. That's just what I prefer. Not that there's a big issue with the Japanese voices. It's just when it comes to my preference, I prefer the English voices. So yeah.
You put it amazing.
Yeah. I don't know much on this. I haven't played much. I haven't played for the Q games, so I don't really have like a big opinion on them. So it's really Ninja who's doing it because he's played the Q games. I haven't. So yeah. Finally, the final game, Persona 5 Strikers. So
And I have a big unpopular opinion for this game.
all right, what is it?
I think this has the best gameplay in the series.
Well, I mean, this is because it's a spin-off, so
And I say that because, and I admit, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to the genre. It's more of an action RPG instead of just a turn-based RPG, and I really love action RPGs. I think the gameplay is super fun on action RPGs. It's just really fun, but that's why I think this has the best gameplay out of the series.
yeah.
Bosses are really fun. The level design is pretty great. It's pretty big and open, and it's fun to explore, go around. It's also fun to do some combos, and it's honestly probably one of the best Dynasty style warrior games out there. It's really, really good.
Yeah, this
It's
game.
fun to smash.
Go ahead.
The other Dynasty Warrior games, they feel sometimes slow paced, but this one, it's really fast paced. You can interact with the environment. The music is great, really fun. Love the new characters.
Yeah.
And as I said, I just think it has some of the best gameplay out of the whole Persona series.
Even though this isn't really like a traditional Persona game, it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
This game gives me a lot of like Hyrule Warriors like type of gameplay. But that was obviously because this is an action RPG, and Hyrule Warriors was sort of just a action RPG. But at least when it comes to this game, it's like it's probably one of the best spin-offs, like besides like 4 Arena and all that.
Exactly.
Cause we can't really say that.
I really like when
Go ahead.
I really like when the Persona spin-offs don't go just for action RPG and try something new.
Yeah, it's because like the turn-based style. I mean, yes, it's fun, but it can get old after a while. And who knows? And
that's just
want
mostly
something
for any
different.
RPG.
Yeah. And this is more of a game that almost anyone can get into. It's not like just for Persona fans. Like if you're into those, like
if you're into action,
if you're like into action, then
You're gonna love it.
this game is definitely for you. So, if we have to put this game somewhere, where do you
I'll put
think
it
we
in
should?
call me crazy. I'll put it in God. I put it in God just for the
All right.
just for the gameplay.
Okay, so yeah. So we're gonna go over one more time for the reasonings of why we put these games in the tier list, like at least their placement. So Revelations Persona in racist tier. This is because of
It's racist.
yeah, because the dialogue has a lot of racism in it, and also the localization was just horrible for this game. So that's another reason it's like at the really bottom of the list, because it's like it wasn't just that the dialogue being racist was bad. It was also just not really an interesting game in general. I mean, yes, you can't. We are sort of being cruel on it because it's like the original PlayStation game, though. But even then, though,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Racism is
Let's not forget though, this localization was horrible. So we can't. So that's also more of another reason why you won't really like, why we don't really like this game. It's because not only was the localization horrible, they really tried to be Western friendly and just acting like Japan never existed. And that's obviously not
Western
what.
friend. I guess they succeed by being Western friendly by being racist.
Sorta. But like, but
I love this Persona game.
and
I
okay,
just don't love his mod guy.
yeah, okay. Also, half of the stuff that we say here is mainly jokes, so don't take it literally.
I'm black. Run away.
Yeah, he's black. So.
I don't want this. I don't want this mod guy in my game. My Persona.
Yeah. So yeah, you could say we're kind of being harsh on Revelations just because it was on an original PlayStation. I mean, that's not really why we're trashing on the game, because even with it being first person, it could have still been a great game. It's just we really did not like the localization here and just acting like Japan never existed. So on the bad tier, Persona, the Shin Megami Tensei Persona, like we said, this game isn't like this isn't like, we're not like, okay, how do I say this? Like we said, it's still Persona 1. It's there isn't really they didn't really change much. All they really did was put the characters like how they did in the Japanese version,
Which is much better.
yeah, and
Have to give it a
actually
0 out of 10.
actually yeah, and they pretty much made it towards where you actually feel like you're in Japan.
So,
But like even then, it was more of a mild change than they did with Revelations into the PSP remake. The only thing they really changed were the dialogue and the soundtrack. And obviously the localization, but other than that, it's still Persona 1, and I personally didn't enjoy it too much, though. But it's not like the worst. Persona 3 Fez, which we're mainly talking about the answer. Like we said, the answer is a horrible story. Yeah, the story wasn't like putrid, but like it was really not that good. Especially with the characters, like, pretty much, like, sort of going against each other, pretty much. Sorry if that was a bit of a spoiler, but when it came, but the story to the answer was pretty much horrible, and the fact that there's, like, no social links, no compendium, and Metis being a really forgettable character, it had the potential, but it just wasn't good. 4 Arena is an average, because I mean it's a good game, but like obviously 4 Arena Ultimax is much better. Persona Q, Ninja, you can explain it to them again.
Persona Q is really good. Don't get me wrong, but it has problems and flaws. It can be pretty boring sometimes. And I feel like Q2 just goes to that.
Yeah. Persona 3 and 5 Dancing, like we said, we rated this game based on how good it was, not on marketing. Yeah, we're calling you out, Gnarly. Okay. Let's just stop shitting on Gnarly. Gnarly, if you're watching, we're like we said,
he's gonna see this video.
Yeah, we're just joking, Gnarly. We're not here to shit on you, man. It's just you literally put the games on F tier just for its marketing instead of on how good it was. But yeah,
he does see this though. Hey Marley, subscribe.
Yeah. But yeah, 3 and 5 Dancing had, at least for me, 3 Dancing was great when it came to remixes. 5 Dancing, I mean, it was average, but like the games are pretty much the same, just one has Persona 3 characters while the other one has Persona 5 characters. That's really the only difference, and also the songs are different because it's different it's different songs. And also these games pretty much crossbreed when it comes to DLC. So yeah. Persona 2 Innocent Sin, it's automatic. It's probably one of the greatest Shin Megami 10, at least like Mega 10 games, because like I mean Persona 2 was pretty revolutionary, and it was pretty great when it came to like stories. I mean, the cast can really depend on your taste, but Persona 2 was really great when it came to story, and yeah, it was amazing when it came to story. Gameplay, not so much, but like, actually, I forgot to point something out when it came to 5, but I'll talk about that when we get to 5. But yeah, Persona 2 was great when it came to story, and I did fall in love with the characters like a lot. So yeah, Persona 3 Portable, like I said, I do see why people love this game, but in my personal opinion, I prefer cutscenes more than just like pictures. And I do prefer like walking around like the hub world in Tatsumi Port Island than just like having to point and click to like get to my things. And obviously 3 Portable came out after Persona 4, so it had some features from Persona 4 in Portable, so yeah. Persona 4, like we said, it's amazing, but like we said, it sort of was missing something. 4 Arena Ultimax is pretty much, it's a great I'd say it's one of the best spin-offs, like below 5 Strikers. And it's great if you're into fighting games, but only thing that puts it the only thing that puts it the only thing that holds it back from going to God tier is that this will only be something if you're a fighting game type of guy. I love fighting games, but like when it comes to Persona fans, not all of them are gonna be into like the arcade fighting style. So it's like it's an amazing spin-off. But like it's not gonna be for everyone. It's really only gonna go to the fighting game audience. 4 Dancing, the main reason why 4 Dancing, like we said, it's the story mode is actually there is an actual story mode, unlike the social events. Like, not trying to shit on the social events, but like a story mode is a lot better than the social events. And also the dancing, and also it had a lot more content than 3 and 5 Dancing, and also not for most of them you didn't really need to get like DLC for, unlike with 3 and 5 Dancing.
Exactly.
Now Persona 5. So this is the part I was going to talk about from like with Persona 2, comparing Persona 2 and Persona 5. Persona 5 pretty much got most of its gameplay from Persona 2. Now why do I say that? Well, for those who have played Persona 2, you can obviously, in Persona 2, it started the whole like, okay, the way I can explain this is that anytime you knock down all your enemies, you know how like you do like the enemy like negotiation thing, and like sparing its life pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much Persona 2.
Give you money and...
Yeah, you can pretty much you could spare the enemy by either having them lend its power to you, get money or an item. And that's what pretty much Persona 2 started with. Persona 2 and Persona 5 got most of its aspects from Persona 2. Because like, though the only difference is that in Persona 2, instead of having to knock down all your enemies to get the in order to like the only reason okay, oh my god, I'm like stuttering so much, I'm sorry everyone, but pretty much instead of having to knock down all your enemies, you can actually start the negotiation from the start instead of having to knock down the enemies and have them like make a deal with you. That's pretty much what I was gonna say. Persona Q2, like I said, Ninja can explain it.
Persona Q2 changes a lot of things about Persona Q1. Much more funner. Love the characters interacting is good. The music is great, and the designs are pretty nice.
And only thing that it lacks is the English dub, but that doesn't really like change anything really. now for the God tier, Persona 3. Like I said, this is one of my personal favorites, so you could call me biased all you want, but Persona 3, like I said, it changed the series from being just a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off to sort of having it be its own series.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter which version of Persona 3. It doesn't matter if it's a vanilla, FES, or portable. It's pretty much no matter which version, Persona 3 still got it away from the Shin Megami Tensei monarchy. And I kind of wish that Persona was just more seen as its own series instead of just a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off. But unfortunately, the SMT elitists still think that they still more see it as a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off. So yeah. But like I said, Persona 3, great story, great cast, great music. The message to it is just beautiful. The characters you'll feel like really attached to the characters in Persona 3. And it's just an amazing game in general.
Persona 4 Golden.
Yep. Go ahead.
Fixes the stuff that I had with the original Persona 4. So, as I said, something felt missing, and they fixed that. Feels now really complete.
Yeah.
And also, it adds a decent amount of new characters. Like, Marie. She's awesome. I know people feel mixed about her, but I'm on the side that's like, I like Marie.
Yeah.
She's such a fun character.
Yeah, it's like 4 Golden also pretty much like sort of got what Persona 3 and 4 were doing and then just like fixed it up. The only thing I don't like in 4 Golden is the escape system. It's that part is horrible, but like other than that, it's still it's still a god tier game and just deserves all of its respect. People will always say that 4 is like a mid game, but like it's far from it. I do have to say it's sort of overrated because of how much Atlas milked Persona 4, but I do see why Atlas like loves this game with a passion.
Exactly.
And
also, it was on the Vita, so that's it's a W.
Yeah. Even though the Vita sold horribly, this was a game that pretty much most people bought a Vita for.
I think the Vita sold okay. I mean, without Persona 4 Golden, the Vita was sold horribly.
Yeah, but like with Persona 4 Golden, it pretty much sort of helped it boost the Vita sales.
Which is a good thing because
everyone
needs to own a Vita. If you're watching this, buy a Vita. It's so
right
good.
now.
Sony sponsor us.
Yeah, come on, Sony, give us the sponsorship. All right,
sponsor us.
All right, Persona 5 Royal. Like I said, it's pretty much like the perfect Persona game if we're being real honest here. Because like now you can always say that like that you may not get attached much to the characters of the story, but the gameplay in this game is pretty much, at least in my opinion, it's one of the best. Now that I feel like the DLC, there is DLC for this game, but it's kind of pointless though, because it pretty much kind of like
you don't need it.
Yeah,
of course, Atlas. I'm that one Persona fan that's like, woo, money! I can't wait to burn my money on this stupid costume. Woo! I'm a Fenderman now. Woo!
Yeah,
Power Ranger suit. Woo!
Yeah, the only reason why you should like buy the DLC is to fight is for the 5th palace, but other than that, you can just delete it afterwards. It's like
exactly.
Because it's just that the 5th palace in 5 Royal is just on extreme steroids. Now and finally, for 5 Strikers,
best gameplay in the series, in my opinion.
For 5, it's
Call me biased, but it reminded me of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. Five Strikers is also the best
favorite.
because like the gameplay gets extremely fun. Because if you get tired of the whole like turn-based RPG type of style, it's definitely a game that you'll love if you're into action RPGs.
Exactly, and I'm a huge fan of it. I love action games and I love RPGs. So put them together, you just have the perfect genre ever.
Yeah, that's really how it is. So
If
yeah,
you-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Recommend Strikers. It's such a fun game.
Yeah, Strikers is like a really fun game, and I personally think it's one of the best spin-offs. But I must say, 4 Arena does like have. I feel like 4 Arena and 5 Strikers are like a bit at competition because like I love action RPGs, but I also really love fighting games. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't be mad if someone preferred 4 Arena over 5 Strikers, but. Besides that, I don't think we really have to say anymore, but that's our Persona tier list. Obviously, like I said, if you have a different opinion, who knows, you could maybe love Revelations Persona the most, and who knows, it could be on God tier.
No one can love. I'm sorry, no one can love Revelations Persona.
But who knows?
The racism in that game? Nah, that's a big red flag.
Or who knows, maybe if you love the answer, maybe that's God tier for you.
Okay, that's acceptable. But if you like Persona Revelation, you might be a little racist. Let's not lie.
But yeah, but like I said, this tier list was based on our opinion. You don't have to agree. Who knows? You could call us SMT elitist all you want, even though we don't even give a shit for SMT. We just care about Persona.
You were SMT elitist.
Anyway, though, this is our Persona tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to make your own tier list, I will definitely leave the link to this tier list down in the description. And besides that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry this was really long with all of our explanations. We just wanted to go over like the pros and cons to most of these.
Yeah.
And hopefully soon we'll be able to talk about like the soundtracks for most of these games, or the cover art, or anything like that.
I think the next video should be a power scale.
Oh yeah, power scale. Actually, that is a good idea. But yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. But thank you so much for watching, and me and Ninja will see you in the next video. This will be on both of our accounts. It will be on the Phantom Cast account, and it'll be on my account.
I can't even
and his
upload
account.
it on my account, to be honest.
Yeah. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Ninja, if you want to say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
And Karurosu 99 and Ninja XY is out.